What's up, guys? Chris here, back again with another video on the channel. Today's video, I want to talk about Thursday flipping. I want to talk about where the market could be heading today on Wednesday at 6 p.m., what we could expect, different scenarios, and a couple different things you guys could be looking at going into Thursday rewards and this weekend as well. So before we get into the video today, if you guys can, drop a like on the video. Let's get 50 on the video. And I really should be shooting for 100 because you guys have been smashing the like button recently. So actually, let's get 100 likes on the video. Subscribe to the YouTube as well if you're new around here. Get involved with the free trading Discord that gives you a bunch of different new trading methods and things you guys can do with your coins. And then also get involved with the Twitch channel. We're on there 6-7 hours a day. And you guys can ask me any questions you guys damn want. Alright, so let's get into the video today. Thursday flipping is obviously on everyone's mind. The main question in my stream today was, what can I do with a certain amount? What can I invest in? What kind of Thursday flips can I do? And a lot of the things that you're going to see over the next 24 hours is you should see actually a little bit of a sell-off on certain cards. And this is no need to panic, by the way, because if you bought on Sunday with us prior to Squad Builder Rewards, you're already making about, 15% or 20% even on some cards that you bought. So, if you do see a little bit of a market drop on, on Wednesday, whether it's because people are selling off teams to try to get liquid before the Rivals Rewards, or because there's a pack SBC, I would not panic sell your cards because they're going to continue to go up on Thursday very, very high, and also on Friday a little bit after the packs have been ripped open. So just be careful of what's going to come out today. Now, if you guys are liquid like me and you haven't bought yet, well, I told a few people today to look for 6 p.m. And see if we do get some sort of pack supply, because there's been some grumblings around the community and a lot of traders talking about how, there could be a pack supply SBC coming soon. This is the time they normally do stuff like this. And the market just keeps on going up and up as there's no content that is sufficient enough to drop the market. So, with cards like Dembele or cards like, Firmino, Varane, like these type of cards, they all keep going up and up and up, and higher every single day because there's no, nothing on the game that's making these guys want to sell their cards off. Now, this could be not a traditional Wednesday. Normally on Wednesday, we see like this little trend where a lot of people are, buying into Thursday flips, but you're also looking at some sell-off as well. Kind of like what we see during Squad Builder Rewards, how people usually get rid of their teams or sell some players on before Squad Builder Rewards because they believe that the market is going to drop with Rivals Rewards or with Squad Builder Rewards because of the supply. And in reality, the supply isn't there enough to supply a guy like Ferland Mendy. I pronounced that so wrong. Ferland Mendy. There's not enough supply of him, and there's much more demand. And even a guy like me, I'm going to be buying my team this week. Or even today, actually. I will be looking at if there's a pack supply SBC today. If you have not bought anything yet for Thursday flipping, then you can wait for today. See if we get a little bit of sell-off on the market. Like I told you guys, you don't have to, panic sell your cards. If you've got a Rashford, if you got a Militao, if you got a Diego Carlos, a Mahrez, a Wijnaldum, or any of these type of cards, I don't think you guys need to panic. Now, some of the investments I'm going to talk about in today's video is going to go over some of the guys that are going to get ones to watches that you can invest in as well, because they're going to go out for Thursday flipping, but also because when EA puts out that tweet, like we saw last week on Thursday, we saw guys like Allen, like Bale, we saw those kind of guys start to go up a little bit because people were pre-buying them before they went on the packs on Friday. And that's what we're going to see this week on some of the cards, like a Leroy Sané or a Havertz, a Van de Beek, a Semedo, right? I mean, I've got Van de Beek in my team. I'm going to be looking at buying today at 6 p.m. or around there, depending on what we get. Now, in terms of, when a lot of people are asking me, when do I sell these players off? If you want to sell anything, and let's go into the popular page, most of the time with the first weekend league, you're usually safe to hold a lot of these players for the first week of FUT Champs, right? But by that Saturday and Sunday, they do start to drop off a little bit. Now, depending on how good they are, they will rebound higher the following week. So you're going to see something like Martial on FIFA 20, okay? This is what you're going to see on some of these 83s and unders. Now, why does the market, for these cards just go low over time? Well, you got two different things. you've got one, you've got supply that catches up to these guys, and you have two, you have a lack of demand that wasn't there weeks prior to that, because people are then replacing these sort of 83 overalls with better players in their team. So maybe they're going from an Allen to a Conte, right? And that's why that higher tier market continues to rise over the next couple of weeks, because the Manes, the Contes, the Van Dijks, the Messis, the Ronaldos, the Neymars, those type of players are going into people's teams more and more as they are getting more coins after every FUT Champions weekend, until pretty much Black Friday. Once Black Friday comes, that's when usually the gold cards start to go off the market, because you've got special cards that can replace them, you've got, you know, promos, all that kind of stuff that falls into it. But you look at this Martial, right? You see this at Friday the 27th, and like I told you guys, right, the Friday was going to be a good opportunity to buy. If you couldn't get in, you maybe could have gotten it on the Sunday as well at a last minute opportunity. And like I said to you guys are getting at 15 to 20%, coin, you're just getting profit pretty much 15 to 20% higher than where they were on Sunday going into squad battles, which I told you guys to buy. He then goes down from Thursday all the way down to 56. He then rebounds to 61. But now if you look at it, he doesn't go higher than where he was the week prior, okay? And that's why I tell people that you got to sell probably by Saturday morning. And if you don't care about like the player dropping or anything like that, yeah, you can hold him for the second weekend league if you want to. Like if you are using a card in your team, you don't have to necessarily sell him. Let's take a look at a guy like Sissoko, right? Now this is an 81 overall, but because Sissoko was so overhyped that last year, right? If you look at his graph, he actually had a higher ceiling, right? He continued to rise until about October 18th. So it just depends on how good they are, right? So if you look at the popular page, right, I can tell you right away, a guy like Son is just going to keep rising. A guy like Rashford, every pro player continues to tell me that this card is insane. I believe that this card, if you do see a sell-off on Sunday and Saturday night, you're going to be able to see this card rebound even higher the following week. Rodrigo, I would expect him to peak over the next 7-8 days. I would expect Jesus to probably drop maybe a little bit this week and then rebound a little bit higher. Martial, same trend. Wijnaldum, same trend. I believe he's going to continue to rise for another week and a half. Yetter, I believe, is going to continue to rise. Now, the guys like Llorente, the guys like Militao, the guys like Adama Traore, these are the type of players, in my opinion, that you're going to want to get out of by Thursday or Friday at the latest. If you don't get out of those investments, they are going to drop on Saturday and Sunday, because these are the type of players that people are using more than, say, for example, guys like Aubameyang, because they just don't have the price or they don't have the coins to get a card like that at this stage of the game. So going back to what we're going to see maybe today on the market, you could see some pack supply that may drop the prices of these cards. Like I said, do not panic sell whatever investments you bought on Sunday. If you haven't bought, like I haven't, I'm going to be buying some cards for Weekend League. And yeah, that's pretty much what's going to happen. You might see a little bit of sell-off on cards going into Rivals Rewards, which if that's the case, you might be able to get on some cards last minute. Get in on the Sane, get in on the Havertz, because these are the type of cards that, in my opinion, will do very, very well on Thursday and Friday as they go out of packs, because people will buy into them because of the trend that they had seen from Allen and Bale, and also because this weekend is much more important as it's the first Weekend League of FUT Champions, so the demand is just that much greater for these players. Another thing we could see today is Team of the Week. Now, Team of the Week obviously is coming out today, but sometimes what you do see, if there's a good Team of the Week or going into 6 p.m., you might be able to get some deals on the previous Team of the Week before they go out of packs, because what people will do is they'll sell those Team of the Weeks from Team 2, and they want to go and try out these new cards on Team 3. So anywhere between about 5 p.m. UK and about 7, you might be able to get in maybe like a Hernandez at 100 or Sanchez at a 66, 67, a St. Maximin at 240, Holland at 225, right? If you can get in on these last minute cards, you might be able to buy them before they go out of packs. And same thing as Team of the Week 1, right? If you see any, lowering in prices of a guy like Upamecano, right? This is a card that's going to do, in my opinion, very, very well on Thursday. I believe that this card should be about 210,000 coins by Thursday evening, because this for me is one of the go-to options if you want a Bundesliga center back, but also because you want a French center back that can do hybrid squads. So this guy is very, very good in terms of like investing. If you can see him at 180 tomorrow, I wouldn't hesitate. I would buy that, especially if you need it for a team. Because for me, Team League 1 informs, as you guys have known in the past, the meta cards just keep going up and up and up for weeks on end. So that'll be interesting. We could also get an untradeable Team of the Week pack today at 6 p.m. That's something they've been hinting at, because if you played the game before the 9th, you might be able to get something like that. I believe between the 6th and the 9th, if you played between that, you got the pack. So we'll see if that happens. It'll be untradeable. So again, if you see, past Team of the Week getting, exposed because of that or getting sold off, you might be able to buy into some of these cards, right? If you see a Vardy at 210 or a Gomez at 210, Upamecano at 180, Lozano at like 95, 96, Suarez at 80, you could look at stuff like that, in my opinion, for today. In terms of overall investing, like I said, look at Sane. Look at weekly demanded players, right? If you see a little bit of a drop off on these guys, whether it's from pack supply or just people selling things off, you could buy Valverde. Valverde, for me, is somebody that's going to go up on Weekend League. You could look at a guy like Mertens, Lucas, in my opinion, Diego Carlos. Davies is a very, very good one. He's actually a little bit lower than where he was at a peak today. You could look at Thomas Partey. This card should continue to rise, like Douglas Costa's Juve card, because these two cards are no longer in packs, and because they are meta and they fit different requirements for each league. So this is kind of like a cheap beast midfielder, or like a mid-tier card almost, and you could probably see him rise on Thursday. Like I said, Van de Beek is going to be a good one as well. You'll wait till 6 p.m. to see what happens there. Lautaro Martinez, Riyad Mahrez, Zaha, Firmino's going out of packs tomorrow, I believe, for a Team of the Week. Sergio Ramos is going out of packs for a Team of the Week. That's the kind of cards that you're going to want to buy prior to 6 p.m. most likely, unless they have a ton of demand where you don't want to buy at such an inflated price. I can totally understand that. Coleman should rise. Depay should rise. Manolas could go up a little bit on Thursday as well, I believe, for Serie A teams. Ndidi should go up again. Bergevin could rise a little bit. Lenglet should rise. De Jong will rise. Some of these ones to watches, by the way, you're going to want to buy prior to Thursday. Now, you could look at like guys like Ake and, Hakimi and these kind of like really, really packable cards. You could look at them prior to at Thursday rewards. But for the most part, you're going to see guys like Partey, Telles, Bale, Suarez, Ziyech, Allen, Werner, probably at their lowest price prior to rewards. People will be told to buy, and I believe that's going to be on their mind before they go out of packs, especially when Marquee Matchups comes out at 6 p.m. that day. You will see these guys get bought up probably an hour after. That normally is what happens, so you have about an hour between 6 and 7, or if you want to buy during rewards as well for a good undercut. That really is pretty much what's going to happen today. Like I said, I'm going to probably buy a team myself. On the Wednesday, I'm going to have to buy. And yeah, look out for some undercuts on some Weekend League demanded players. Like I told you guys, some of these 83s unders will drop on the Weekend League sell-off. That should answer a couple of your questions as well. Now, if you're a guy like Ferland Mendy, you might continue to rise for another week or two, like we saw with Sissoko last year. Even though he was a low rated, he continued to rise in price, regardless of the supply on the market. So, I thought this video was really good. I thought I had a lot of good information in it. Thank you guys for watching the video today. Drop a like on it, subscribe if you're new around here, and I'll talk to you guys in a video soon. Peace out.